Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy, presented by Yamaha.
Is it a bull shark or a lemon?
Bull.
Uh-oh. Another one. Another shark. Right?
No, that same one.
On today's Sportsman's Adventures, we travel along the remote beaches of one of Florida's last great wilderness areas. Everglades National Park encompasses a huge swath of unique and diverse land and water on Florida's mainland southernmost coast. Captain Rick Murphy and his great friend and fishing partner, Captain Jeffrey Page, will spend this late fall day working the shorelines in search of redfish, snook, and tarpon. In the fall, schools of redfish move in from the Gulf to gorge on the huge schools of bait that are migrating along Florida's southwest coastline. When the bait fish arrive here, they also attract the birds. Herons, egrets, and ibis line the old mangrove shoreline looking for an easy meal. For a fisherman, you have arrived. This is an unforgettable sight.
Oh, there he is, Jeffrey.
I got one too.
Double header on the tarpons. Did you see that?
Yeah,
he
I
went
had
under
one
the
same
boat and I
exact-
opened the bail.
I had one exact same size.
I opened the bail to clear the trolling motor and all
And he
the
was
catastrophic
30 feet
stuff.
behind the boat.
Cool, man, cool. I love it when you see him roll.
And throw to him and catch him.
Yep.
We had a double for a second.
Stay right here with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide over here towards this fish. The one thing we need to find, Jeffrey, if we can, is that DNA sample kit.
Okay.
It would really be helpful.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the front. That way we can get a DNA scraping for this fish. And I'll explain it to you when we get him up here.
All right, I'll find it.
Oh, we gotta bow to him. That's when those fish will break you off. You got any little nicks in your line fishing around all this cover? Makes it crazy. There should be some gloves in there, Bub.
Okay, I see gloves. Now, what is the DNA kit in?
It's in a big Ziploc bag.
Okay, I see the gloves.
Oh, whoa. I love these little fish. They scare you to death when you...
Is it in one of your
No,
tubs?
Bub. It's in a big Ziploc.
Okay, I don't think we brought it.
Yeah, we did. I put it in here. It was on top of the deck. Come on, just look for it.
Well, I got the gloves.
It was on top of the deck this morning when you put everything
I got it.
in the boat. Perfect. So
DNA
take out
sampling kit.
one of those sponges, and what we're gonna do is you're gonna take that sponge, and there's a Scotch-Brite side
I've done
to
it.
Okay, so we're gonna
done it.
scrape him on that cheek.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't get eaten by a shark. Bad thing when the tarpon goes offshore and you're only 40 pounds.
That's like a big chrome skidder walking to a shark, ain't it?
Yes, sir. That's a good analogy for sure.
Oh, how come you get yours and I don't?
Because,
I think that's home field advantage.
yeah, just like when we did a snook show one time in Venice.
Oh,
Throw over
yeah.
here and jerk it like that. Right? Remember that?
I know, but I fish circle hooks for tarpon,
Yeah.
and that
And how many have you caught compared to what
that
we catch?
size, not many.
Are you, now let me ask you,
Okay.
we're in the month of September, and you know, like we caught 3 yesterday and 10 the day before that. How many of you guys catching them in Sarasota right now in September?
Not many.
They all
Especially
resident?
not this size.
What
There
size
are
do-
some big fish still out on the beach, mixed in with the Spanish mackerel and sharks.
But those are resident fish,
No,
you
no,
think?
those are fish that are still hanging around after the spawn, haven't moved on.
Oh, after the spawn had moved on. I like it.
You do?
Yeah, man. That's kind of the way you are, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at them free jumping out there.
Yeah.
God.
And
Where are we?
those are big ones.
What's crazy is this is the Gulf of Mexico. I live in the Gulf of Mexico, and there's condominiums and white sand beaches everywhere.
Right.
Here, it's all dead trees. Now, which hurricane got these trees, Rick?
Hold on 1 second.
All right.
What happened was Wilma came from the Yucatan
Okay.
and came across the state here in a southwesterly direction, okay?
All right.
And so it weakened this shoreline. But in 2008, we had a tropical storm that never really made it to hurricane status. It was 70 mile an hour with gusts into the 80s, but it wasn't sustained, you know?
Yeah.
But it went right down the middle of the state.
And
It
that's
was
what got
called
these
Fate.
trees? Oh,
It was
yeah,
called Fate.
Fate.
And it dropped a whole bunch. Grab him hard, bub. Grab him. Grab him. Grab him.
So you're gonna do the cheek?
Yeah.
Okay, there's
Just
the
hold him
sponge.
right there.
I got him.
You do have them, don't you?
Yeah, man, you taught me how to grab these
Okay,
things.
so here we're gonna go right here. We're gonna scrape this stuff. All right, now this is the cool part about this, is that we're gonna get this, that.
That's it.
Now we have a DNA sampling of this fish. So what that basically means, he's gonna become a number. And I'll show you the number. We're gonna take this and put this in a vial.
So Rick, what is that? 25, 30 pounder?
Yeah.
Because they are narrow. They're not big and fat like a snook this length would be. You notice that?
Yeah, but look at how thick this fish is, Jeffrey, from the dorsal fin to the gills. That, see how thick he is?
Oh, yeah, how
They
wide.
don't have that in the month of July and August when it's hot. So he's already feeling effects of the gorging of the glass minnows and the silver sides and the finger mullet that are coming down the coast.
Next question, how old is this tarpon?
I would say probably less than, or somewhere probably around 5 years old. They say it takes them 20 years, if I'm not mistaken, I
Get
could
100?
be wrong, to get to 100. In the early 1900s in Everglades National Park, there was a lot of plume hunting that was going on. And what they would do with all of these white feathers is they were selling them for decorations for ladies' hats. There was over 5 million birds, which equated to 95% of all the birds that were killed here on an annual basis. Now there's this tannin factory back in the bushes here, and very few people have seen it. Check it out. I think this was the actual plant. What these buildings were the pumps that actually pump the water in from some drain that's out here on the edge of the river. This is actually the still, or the water tank, that they actually stored the water in. Now the cool part about the red mangroves is they put off a tannic reaction, and that's what they used to tan the hides. These guys were real men, because the no-see-ums, I want you to know, are carrying us away, the cameraman and myself.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Florida, the fishing capital of the world. Catch the latest at Rapala.com. Williamson for the pelagic playground. VMC hooks. Minn Kota, anywhere, anytime. And by Humminbird, simply, clearly better.
I got my first Yamaha in 1994, and I still use that outboard in the Bahamas today. This Yamaha 130 has over 2,000 hours on it, and it sometimes sits for 6 months. I can always depend on it starting and performing like it did when it was new. Everybody knows Yamaha stakes their reputation on reliability, and for me, that Yamaha 130 is living proof So if you're considering a Yamaha, I can tell you that reliability and performance is something that you can count on for a long time.
Send that one, Bart.
Got it.
Oh, chunky.
Oh my God.
That's a nice fish.
Wow.
Awesome.
Che gran pesce!
Oh, God.
Think GPS is just for getting you to the water? Think again. The new iPilot wireless GPS trolling system can hold your boat in place like an electronic anchor, record and retrace productive fishing paths, automatically keep you on any bearing you choose, and take total command of speed and steering. iPilot controls your boat with wireless GPS precision so you can focus on fishing. And it's only from Minn Kota.
You already know about the La Jolla Resort in Isla Mirada, so let's talk about the La Jolla experience. With an on-site boat ramp, the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic is just minutes away. And when you return from fishing, there's barbecue pits to cook your catch while your family enjoys the pool or one of our new remodeled rooms. This historic resort, the La Jolla, is family owned and operated and has a friendly staff ready to make your La Jolla experience a really great one.
You know there's more to it than luck. There's fishing the right bait, the water temperature, the wind, the season, and then there's the boat. We'll put it simply, the boat matters. To own a Contender is to own the best sport fishing boat on the market, period. Contender offers the most comprehensive model range with bigger, faster, and more fuel-efficient boats than the competition. There's only one choice for serious anglers. Contender Boats. Performance through innovation.
Captain Jeffrey Page is a Southwest Florida native who's grown up fishing the fabled waters of Charlotte Harbor and Boca Grande Pass. While Jeffrey is a full-time fishing guide working out of the Sarasota area, he is also Rick's full-time fishing partner on the popular redfish tournament circuit. But today, it's a day off. Today, it's all about just having fun.
Another redfish.
What's
A
your
little
foot?
one. Oh God, oh my God.
We'll try
oh
to
my
eat 'em.
God, the snook underneath that redfish.
Okay.
There was a snook under that redfish. Look at him. Get a bait, Jeffrey. Get a bait.
Okay. I got one. I got one rigged.
Just throw it right here by the redfish.
Okay.
Just drop it right here in front of him. Hurry. Perfect.
There he is. There he is. I just saw him. He just came up between this branch and him.
Throw it over there to my redfish.
Okay. He just came up there.
What you got, Paige?
I don't know.
Better put the heat on him.
Another
Oh,
redfish.
big redfish. That wasn't what I saw.
Oh, I saw your snook too. I saw him.
Now there's a redfish there.
That's one we like in the tournament.
Two of those in Sarasota, that's a check. That's no original line, but I gotta tell you, that is a nice fish.
How many redfish you think are in these trees right now?
Thousands.
Really?
I know a guy just this week that was bait fishing in 4 hours. Randy Tao talked about it on his fishing report.
Yeah. Had
He caught
100
100 in 4 hours. Nice, huh? Huh?
I'd say a redfish.
Let me put the power pole down.
I don't feel real big, but I'm feeling that redfish shake. Because that's what I've been catching at home. Yep.
That's him.
I called him. Good fish right there.
Where was he, Bob? Oh,
Right there, left of the stick.
I'm gonna throw mine out while I'll help you with yours. Good job, Jeffrey. Now, you know what happens here, Jeffrey, in Everglades, it's the neatest thing. God, as the water temperature cools off,
Right.
these glass mills move in here by the gazillions from offshore. And the birds and the fish, redfish, snook, tarpon, all work together. The fish push the bait up into the bushes, and then the birds are able to work down the shoreline with them. That's what's really neat about this time of year. Redfish.
You know, Rick, where I live, you could never do something like this, catch potentially a slam on one shoreline.
Yeah, we've seen a slam.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the tarpon rolling, and then there's redfish mixed in here.
And snook.
And no-see-ums.
Oh, yeah.
And mosquitoes. There's
But
always
guess what? When there's a bite like this, it's funny. You don't feel the bugs.
There's always a price to pay.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, look at this example. Look at how fat this redfish is from feeding on all this stuff.
Yep.
I mean, he's just this, you can't even hardly think that you could put another bait in there. Whoa! God, dog!
What you got?
I don't know.
Snook?
Big redfish.
Huh?
Monster redfish.
You saw him?
I got him on the surface here. Trying to get him before he gets eaten by a shark. Oh, he's getting ready to get eaten by the shark.
Sharky's on him?
Yeah, Sharky was on him. That's why he's running, trying to hide underneath the boat. Oh!
I'd like to help you, but there's too much fish action.
Man, that was nip and tuck there, baby.
That might be an inch too long there.
You think?
Maybe not. He is, and he's 27 on the button.
He's big and fat, I can tell you that.
Oh, man. We got some rhymes going today.
We're poets and don't know it.
Oh, boy.
Let's just measure it. Oh, what a tank that is, Paige.
Tank Johnson.
That is Tank Johnson. Let's see if this would be the difference between a ooh and a ah is that much. So let's see.
I think he's right on the button.
Nope, he's over.
You sure?
Heartbreak.
Remember now,
heartbreak
that's on a
hotel.
cooler lid.
I know, and I'm looking at 27 3/4.
All right.
That would be a heartbreak. Right now, you'd be going, oh no, Jeffrey would be going, no, don't say it so, don't, no, it's too long,
Now, I'd be casting right back out.
No, he'd be trying to figure out a way he can mash his nose and Jimmy Durante him so he's like, "Arr," and make him the right size. Sportfish Restoration is a federally funded program that benefits fishermen by providing improved fishing and boating opportunities. Anglers help fund Sportfish Restoration when they buy fishing tackle or boat fuel. Other programs funded by SFR are game fish research and stock enhancement. These funds also help maintain over 200 boat ramps and the deployment of 2,500 artificial reefs. Kids and women fishing clinics, as well as a variety of educational publications, benefit from these funds, and these programs are free of charge. Now, by placing a 10% excise tax on fuel and fishing tackle, these funds are raised and then redistributed to the states based on licensed anglers. Sportsfish Restoration pays 75% of a project, while the state pays for 25%. To learn more about SFR, visit myfwc.com/fishing.
Welcome to the Inner Circle. Rotating coverage up to 300 feet gives you a detailed 360-degree view of structure, contour changes, and fish. So you can see them before they see you. Introducing 360 imaging, only from Humminbird.
It's got the punch of a heavyweight and the pounds of a lightweight. Welcome to the main event featuring the new Yamaha 4-stroke F70. Tipping the scales at up to 142 pounds lighter than its 4-stroke competitors. That's a class-leading power-to-weight ratio, a haymaker of a whole shot, surprising mid-range punch, incredible fuel economy, and industry-leading innovation, performance, and reliability. The Yamaha 4-stroke F70. Reliability starts here.
Continuing the revolution. Faster, drier, even better built. Designed around Yamaha's latest technology outboards. Still built by the same craftsmen and anglers who launched the Bay Boat Revolution. Whether chasing world records, or time on the water with the family, or anything in between, there's a new Pathfinder model for you. Pathfinder, #1 for a reason, still.
I've lost a lot of big fish because the bait I was using got picked off the hook. Whether I'm fishing for snappers or groupers offshore, trout, tarpon, snook, or reds inshore, I have the confidence to know that Trigger X is going to work in all weather conditions and temperatures. The pheromones and the look of the baits really work. I've won FLW, IFA, and Flatsmaster Redfish Championships using Trigger X. So, you want to keep using other stuff? Be my guest. That's what I'm talking about! Trigger the bite with Trigger X.
Hold it right there. The Minn Kota Talon locks you onto a fishing spot with unmatched speed and stealth. And when Mother Nature tries to knock you off your mark, hit back with the strongest hold on the water. Talon, stand your ground.
Not yet. There you go. There you go, Paige! Paige! Jeffrey! The scales are flying! Good job, Jeffrey. I can't leave him alone for 2 seconds.
Can I tell you something? That garage has been good to me.
That garage has.
Park the car in the garage.
All right, now. That's
Guess
the
what?
right size.
Guess
Let me
what?
get him.
I've come down here. This was what I told you last night at your house. Rick, I want to catch a 20, 30-pound tarpon. You know, I catch plenty of big ones at home. This is the fish I don't catch at home. Because they're so fun.
Yeah, they are.
They are, man.
Now, Jeffrey, let me tell you something. The cool part about Everglades National Park is not everybody can come here and just throw out a line and catch this 20-pound tarpon. It's such a massive area.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking well over 1 million acres from Naples all the way to the Florida Keys, you know? And it's very intimidating.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what we were talking about earlier before this tarpon interrupted us. Uh-oh. Here comes Haywood again.
No
yeah,
way.
He's coming.
No.
He's coming.
No.
Yes.
You sure?
Big brown clown.
No.
And I don't mean a cobia. Yes. He's here, I'm telling you. The big brown clown. It's funny how he knows those 20, 30 pounders, doesn't he, Ray?
Yeah. Watch the back. He may be after him right now.
I think he is. He's been using the Pathfinder to hide under.
Well, that ain't all bad, but you know, the
Anyway,
key...
like I was saying, if I came down here not knowing Rick Murphy, right? Mm-hmm. And just, oh, here he comes. Not knowing Rick Murphy, and just came down here and launched my boat at the park.
Wind down his side, bub. That's it.
I wouldn't know where to start, like you said. Now, I would know to look for glass minnows and stuff busting. But shoot, I wouldn't know which way to go, like you said.
And
it's such a massive area.
Look at how that circle hooked. We got him barely hooked. right there in the corner.
Watch out now, brown clown's down there.
Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here.
I'm telling you, that brown suit's there.
Is he?
Yes. Be careful, Mr. Murphy. I know you like those sharks.
I tell you, I don't like grabbing these, not grabbing them, but I don't like using a lip gaff on them.
Because it punctures them.
Well, he's a suction feeder.
Exactly.
And when we get that suction and you poke that hole in the bottom of this membrane right here, what ends up happening is he can't suck the bait in, and that would really hurt him at this time of the year. Well, what a beautiful tarpon, though.
Now, is that 25, 30 pounds, too?
Yeah, a little bit more, probably 35.
Okay. I've never caught one that size.
Well, you have now.
I've caught them, you know, 8 or 10 pounds up in these canals.
Right.
But I've never caught them out here in the Gulf of Mexico this size.
Well, that's a beautiful, beautiful boat.
It is.
All right, buddy. I'm going to let you go.
You better let him go quick.
Don't go into there. Could be the man.
That's the wrong garage there.
There's something magical about this experience. Moving along this remote shoreline, casting among the skeletons of once massive mangrove trees. The exotic birds are working the schools of bait, and the mood is perfect. There are no other boats. The fish are biting, and we're having another great Sportsman's Adventures. Check out the Sportsman's Adventures website at www.sportsmansadventures.com. Coming up next week on Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy.
Woo! I need the other gap. Okay.
Man, there you go! I'll see you around.
Sportsman's Adventures was brought to you by Contender Boats, performance through innovation. Costa Del Mar, see what's out there. Trigger X, trigger the bite. Ameritrail, custom trailer manufacturers. La Jolla Resort, a place for families and a place for fishermen. Maverick Boats. Suffix Lines, the world's most hardcore fishing line.